Hey everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction. We are back with the MALABOO today. We are back with SB19 singing ILAW on Rappler. As per your suggestion, I have watched the lyric video a few times first so I can really understand what the song is about. And now I want to see the live performance. Now this is where I get to see who is singing what part. Now I get to see the expression. I can't wait to be immersed in the feelings of this song. With my boys, SB19, who I'm going to be seeing in 2 weeks now. So excited. Let's get into it. And play.
Kanina ay nahuli ang aking sarili. Nakangiti na naman at nagkukubli. Nang tunay na kailanman ay di ko maipagsasabi. Na naman. At pagdating sa aking daran ay hindi ko na naman mahanap aking susi. Saang lupalap ko ba ito na itabi pasinabi. Na naman. Nalilito, nahihilo na sa inyo.
Nice job, Justin.
Nasaan na nga ba ang sarili kong pagkatao?
Now before Pablo breaks into this big chorus, cool already to see who is singing what part. Everybody's sounding great so far. You can hear that they are doubling a vocal track, but as we've talked about, I would much rather have them be doing that and singing live than lip syncing along to a track. You know, Justin surprised me when it got to his part. In all fairness, his part is where there's starting to be a build in the song. So Ken and Josh didn't really get the chance to start strong because the song starts soft. But when Justin kicked it up a notch, I was like, look at that, Justin. He is growing. Every time I see him, I think that, and it's really awesome. I loved Ken's mic hold. Notice what I'm doing? It's the long pinky. That's what I call this mic hold. There's a little bit of extra support here coming from the pinky. This is one of these nerdy things I do. I love to watch how people hold the microphone, and this is kind of a unique style. Ken is using the long pinky mic hold here. Let's dive into the chorus with Pablo, who, by the way, I had to look it up and I saw that Pablo wrote this song entirely on his own. Beautiful. Amazing work as always, Pablo.
Pakinggan niyo naman ako. Bakit di niyo subukang buksan ang bukas namang pinto? Nang tuluyan ang makita niyo, tunay na ako, di nagtatago. Sa likod ng bumubulag na ilaw na to.
Yes, you guys, I love it. What was obvious here is that Pablo and Stel were singing louder than that doubled track of their pre-recorded vocal. So you could have barely hear the pre-recorded vocal at all. You pretty much just heard Pablo singing it out, and he sounded fantastic. And Stel, oh, you know I love all these guys so much, right? But yes, Stel, my goodness, I love the way he releases his tone. It's a cry sound. I talk about this a lot because it is a style technique that a lot of people just don't think to utilize. They don't think to try it, and it's so effective. And Stel does such a good job with this. Da! That sound right there at the end, the release. The growl sound, that's a little bit more of Josh's usual style. And I'm saying nobody has to stick with what they're known for. So I like that Stel borrowed from Josh and gave a little bit of a growl sound, and I would encourage any of the other boys to experiment with that cry sound that Stel tends to do, because it's all about expression. All these little nuances, these little style techniques, such as a cry and a growl, are ways that we can express emotion with our voice rather than just singing note for note. Little tangent there, sorry, but you know, I just get so excited with SB19. I love these guys. That's why I'm going to the concert. I really love these guys. Yes, Let's keep going.
Napapamuni-muni sa kawalan ng huni, di mapapirmi aking sarili. Ilaw nga ang dahilan kung ako ngayon nasan man. Ngunit kailangan kong magpahinga, patayin ang ilaw pansamantala.
Yes, so again, just real fast, looking at the mic holds. Did you notice in that moment, Ken was starting to hold it a little bit differently, a little bit more like this. And you'll also notice that Pablo tends to hold more on the, do I have my little practice mic here? Yeah. So you notice that Pablo tends to hold it more right here at the head of the microphone. This placement of the hand is generally more contemporary. Generally younger singers will hold it here because as older singers we're trained never to touch that area. But it all started with hip hop and rap where rappers were holding it like this. It suddenly became hip and trendy and cool to do it like this. So now you'll notice that more people across the age range are holding the mic at the head. Back to the song.
Inakalang magbabago, kabayaran ba dito'y sarili ko'y maglalaho? Sino kung may tenga sa mga bulong ko, kahit ako'y sumigaw ay malaban. Tao po, pakinggan nyo naman ako. Bakit di niya subukang buksan ang bukas namang pinto? Tuluyan ang makita nyo, tunay na ako, di nagtatago sa likod na bumubulag na ilaw na ko.
Did you notice how Stella was kind of lip syncing the words along there? I love that. That just means everyone's feeling the song, even when it's not their part to sing. If you can't help but sing along, you're feeling the song.
Ito na naman ako.
Love this.
Tungo sa presinto, nag-iisip ng kung ano-ano, kailan bang laya ko dito?
This moment was so beautiful. Again, just seeing how people who are not actually singing at the moment are equally engaged in the song. Look at Pablo in this moment. His eyes are closed, he's looking down. There's like a feeling on his face, you know, it's like, where Josh is also, you know, like he's singing. So you expect him to have the feeling, and he does. He has it beautifully here. But it's also just the camera angle, just seeing how they're both feeling this feeling here.
Ito na naman ako.
Look at them.
Patungo sa presinto, nag-iisip ng kung ano-ano, kailan bang laya ko dito? Ito na naman ako. Pwede bang ipagpaliban muna ng isang linggo?
Yeah, Justin.
Pwede muna pang hinto.
He's going for it.
Papalapin, ako'y papalapin na bigas iyabag ng bawat takbang nitong paa, patungo sa lugar kung saan ayaw kong pumunta. Wala na bang iba? Wala na ba? Patuloy ang aking paghahanap sa pag-asa, ngunit wala saysay pa ang pagmamakaawa. Ano pa ba ang kabuluhan nitong aking pag-isa?
So intense here. Sino means who. I learned that. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Malabo.
Woo! Yeah! That was another word I wrote down from the lyrics, MALABOOO, unheard. Yes, he wants to be heard. He wants to be heard. That's why it's getting louder, more intense each time. So it was really fun on that last MALABOOO. Is that the tone? Is that the right note? MALABOOO, MALABOOO. He's getting into some distortion. He's getting into some grit, possibly a little bit of false vocal cord action here to really make this sound desperate, to make it sound so hungry to be heard. Pablo is just beautifully expressing the song in his face, his body language, and then this MALABOOO part, this growing moment here, really, really fantastic. We have to watch the MALABOOO part again. Nice in the low range. Nice. Nice! Like the low octave. I love it. Ooh, you guys. It just cut off a little tiny bit prematurely. I would have liked to have seen them break out of the moment. But I loved that last moment where they were all singing together, anchored by Ken's low octave. So another thing that I just love about live performances as opposed to recordings is you're gonna hear a different mix. The recording has a very specifically designed mix where, for example, Stell's ad-libs won't be as loud as they were just now. Ken's low octave isn't as strong because they want it to be like evenly blended. There's purposes to having these mixes the way they are in the recordings, but it's also really fun to hear the live recording where the mix is different just based on who's singing louder, who's closer to the mic, whoever is at the soundboard operating things, because it just gives it a different sound. You notice things you don't notice as much in the recording. Everyone was just really committed to their part and just singing with passion and feeling and beautiful tone. We have to watch that last section again because it was very, very powerful. Yeah, I wish it would have just faded out a little bit longer. Okay, for me, the most passionate performance went to Pablo. I was mesmerized by Pablo's performance. I really loved watching him. Justin gets most improved. I'm really thrilled with Justin. He's growing. Not only is he growing as a vocalist, he's also growing in confidence. Stell's ad-libs, Ken's low octave in that last section were really just lovely. And as for Josh, one thing I always particularly love about Josh is never afraid to engage with the camera. And there's moments where he's just really, really connected to the camera that makes you feel particularly connected with Josh because he's looking at us. Ooh, I loved this. I love the ballads because it really gives them a chance to show what they can do as singers. course, I also love the up-tempos for the energy and for the spice. I can't wait to see I Want You live. You all told me that I needed to watch the new versions of that with full choreography. Woo! Can't wait to see that one live. It's gonna be fun. And by the way, should I get to meet them, what can I say to them in Tagalog? Give me something easy. Hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, please be sure to hit subscribe. If you really loved watching this video, I'm always super thankful to see the super thanks come in. You can also support me on Patreon. And if you're a singer performing live with a mic, check out my mic techniques masterclass. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time.